Have you ever felt like you needed to fix your life before coming to God? Maybe you think your past is too messy, your secrets too dark, you see all your flaws and think, one day when I'm better, then I'll come. But Jesus isn't waiting for you to be perfect. He's coming toward you, right now, in the middle of your mess. He seeks out the lost, the broken, the weary. His invitation isn't for the polished, it's for the burdened, for you, just as you are. Jesus spent time with outcasts, tax collectors, shunned women, lepers. He wasn't afraid of their mess. He saw value in every person, especially those who'd forgotten their own worth. You don't have to climb a mountain to reach God. He's already come down to find you. His love is a free gift, not something you earn. Your scars are not shameful to him. They're stories he wants to redeem. So take a breath. Let go of the pressure to be perfect. Let's look at people who met Jesus in their darkest moments. They didn't have it all together. They were broken, isolated, desperate, and they are the very ones Jesus chose to show his love and power. This is the heart of the good news. You are invited right now just as you are. Come and see what happens when Jesus meets you in your need. Imagine a man living among tombs, chained by forces no one could control. He was wild, tormented, and utterly alone, an outcast everyone avoided. But Jesus crossed a stormy sea just to reach him. When the man ran to Jesus, others stepped back in fear, but Jesus saw a soul worth saving. With a word, Jesus broke the chains no one else could. The man who once screamed in the graveyard was found sitting calmly at Jesus' feet, restored and free. The townspeople were amazed. This was a new man. Jesus isn't afraid of our chaos or brokenness. He enters the graveyards of our past and sees who we're meant to be. He doesn't just offer advice, he offers freedom. For anyone who feels too far gone, this story is a promise. Jesus comes to set captives free. No darkness is too deep for his light, no chain is too strong for his power. He sees beyond your wildness to your worth. He comes for you, even when everyone else has given up. Your story can change in a moment with him. Freedom is possible. Jesus is willing to cross any distance to reach you. Picture a woman sick for 12 years, isolated and unclean, her life drained of hope. She'd spent everything on doctors, but only grew worse. Yet when she heard Jesus was near, faith sparked in her heart. If I can just touch his cloak, I'll be healed, she thought. Risking shame, she pushed through the crowd, desperate for a miracle. She touched his garment, and instantly she was healed. Jesus stopped, searching for the one who'd reached out in faith. Trembling, she confessed her story. Jesus called her daughter, saying, "Your faith has made you well. Go in peace." He didn't just heal her body, he restored her dignity and welcomed her back into community. Her faith, though small, moved her to action, and Jesus honored it. No pain is too hidden, no shame too deep for his compassion. He sees the brave act behind your trembling hand. He calls you by name, not by your condition. Healing is possible even after years of disappointment. Jesus meets you in your desperation. He turns secret suffering into public restoration. Your faith matters to him. Reach out, he's ready to respond. In the same crowd, a desperate father named Jairus begged Jesus to save his dying daughter. As they hurried, news came, "Your daughter is dead. Don't bother the teacher." Hope shattered, but Jesus said, "Don't be afraid, just believe." Against all logic, Jairus kept walking with Jesus. At home, mourners wept, certain it was too late. Jesus declared, "She is not dead but asleep." The crowd laughed. He took her hand and said, "Little girl, get up." Instantly she rose and walked. Jesus didn't just heal, he conquered death. He turned mourning into joy. Even when hope seems gone, he asks us to trust him. He enters our darkest rooms and brings life. No situation is beyond his reach. When others say it's over, Jesus says, "Just believe." He restores what we thought was lost forever. With him, even death is not the end. Look at these three stories: a tormented man, a suffering woman, a dying girl, different backgrounds, different struggles, all hopeless. Yet Jesus met each one personally right where they were. He crossed a sea for the outcast, stopped a crowd for the invisible, and entered a house of mourning for the grieving. His love is personal and fearless. He's not repulsed by your mess or afraid of your pain. He acts with power, not just pity. His love unshackles, heals, and restores. It's for everyone, loud or quiet, powerful or powerless. The only requirement is to come to him. None were turned away. This is God's unchanging character. He seeks and saves the lost. No one is too far, too broken, or too forgotten. His love crosses every boundary. You are included in his invitation. Maybe you see yourself in these stories. You feel chained by struggles, isolated by shame, or lost in grief. You're tired of surviving, longing for peace and wholeness. Perhaps you carry pain no one sees, or mourn a loss that feels final. Despair whispers, "It's too late." But Jesus sees you, your chains, your hidden pain, your loss. He's not distant, he's moving toward you. Your story isn't over. Shame, sickness, and sorrow don't get the final word. The same Jesus who crossed a sea, stopped a crowd, and entered a room of mourning is here for you. Your brokenness draws his compassion. He's ready to write a new chapter in your life. You are not invisible to him. He meets you in your need. Hope is possible right now. These stories aren't just history, they reveal God's heart for you. Centuries before Jesus, God promised, "Do not fear, for I have redeemed you, I have called you by name, you are mine." When you pass through deep waters or fire, he is with you. He doesn't promise a life without trials, but his presence in every trial. You are not an accident or a number in a crowd. You are personally known and loved. God says, "You are precious and honored in my sight, and I love you." This isn't based on your performance, but on who he is. His love is the starting point. The broken, the outcast, the grieving, they were all precious to him. If you feel worthless, God calls you precious. If you feel ashamed, he calls you honored. If you feel unlovable, he says, "I love you." The creator of the universe sees immeasurable value in you. He came to show you in flesh and blood how loved you truly are. This is the heartbeat behind every miracle. You are worth redeeming, worth calling by name. You are his. What does this mean for you today? You can stop trying to make yourself presentable for God. The man in the graveyard, the sick woman, Jairus, they all came as they were. You don't have to clean up your act first. You don't have to have all the answers or fix yourself. That's why Jesus came, to do what you can't. He is the master craftsman, restoring broken lives. Bring him your broken pieces, your messy life, your weary heart. Imagine a shattered vase. You wouldn't try to fix it alone. You'd trust a master to restore it. Our lives are like that vase. Jesus invites you to bring every piece to him. Don't wait until you feel good enough. That day will never come on your own. The invitation is for now. Come with your doubts, fears, addictions, shame, and empty hands. Come as you are. Jesus isn't waiting for a better version of you. He loves you as you are, and loves you too much to leave you that way. The door is open. Will you come? These stories are an invitation for your future. The man freed from the tomb shared his story. The healed woman was restored to her community. The little girl lived again. Their encounter with Jesus was a new beginning. Jesus offers you a fresh start, not holding your past against you, but giving you hope and purpose. He wants to break your chains, heal your wounds, and breathe new life into you. He is the God of resurrection for your dreams, your hopes, your heart. Jesus stands with open arms, not judgment. His love is deeper than you can imagine. You don't have to earn it, just receive it. Will you accept his invitation? Whisper, "Jesus, I need you. Come as you are." Let him begin his work in you. Your story isn't over. The best chapter is yet to be written. If this message touched your heart, hit like to encourage others. Comment what "come as you are" means to you. Subscribe so you won't miss our next study. Share this with someone who needs hope today.